As of July 4th, 2022, I've been playing Minecraft for 10 years. And if that's not shocking enough, I'm 15. That means I've been playing Minecraft for over 2/3 of my life. Now, most sane people would split their playthroughs across many different Minecraft worlds, but I'm not a sane person. I spent most of my Minecraft journey playing on this one world, so I decided that I should do a world tour. Today, I'm going to show you how I spent 10 years in Minecraft. So you're probably wondering, what's the story behind this world? How did this world come to be? Well, basically, back in 2012, someone convinced me to download Minecraft, but at the time I was 6, and that means I didn't know how money worked, so I bought the free version, Minecraft Lite. 1 year later, somehow I convinced my parents to get the regular version of Minecraft, and that's basically how this world started. This world's like 9 years old, but let's get on with the world tour. So here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna explain everything that I've built from 2012 to present day. So first, we have my house. I know, it's a bit of a fixer-upper, but having a house is better than not having a house. Here is my quote-unquote living room. This is my living room, dining room, and sleeping area. The only light is a glowstone that's not attached to the ceiling and four torches. This is my television. It used to have a chicken in it. Nothing else needs to be set up. There's 64 chests in this chest, and there's nothing in this ender chest. I don't know why either of those exist. Up here is my bridge. I don't know what the purpose of this is, but it leads to a bunch of minecart tracks. I don't know what the purpose of those is either. After that, I built this. It might not be quite obvious to you what it is at first glance, but I used to have a bunch of chickens and minecarts here, and so they just go around and around while I was building other stuff. And the white thing under it is the egg catcher, which didn't actually collect any eggs, because I thought the eggs would just phase through the block for some reason. It might not be obvious what this is, but it's actually a glowstone dinosaur with an extremely long tail, as you can see over there. I don't remember when I built this, but as you can tell, it's a glowstone dinosaur. There's a lot of layers to this glowstone dinosaur. First, there's the powered redstone layer, that's the bottom layer. And then this layer is the second one. It goes all the way up here, and you can go this way. It's like a maze almost. You go this way, and then you're supposed to fall down here, but I didn't do that. And then you keep going, and then you fall here. Don't know what that's meant to do. And then there's actually one more. The way you're supposed to enter it is you go through here, go up here, and then keep going up these ladders, and then you'll make it up to this section. This is my like emergency stash if anything ever like burned down to the ground. My thinking was that if the glowstone ever burned, the water would just let go, and I'd still have like rich gold blocks over here. And then over here, I made this staircase for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what this staircase does. Put the Xbox 360 Minecraft logo on the screen. So basically, I tried to make that logo in my world, and obviously you can tell I succeeded. Yeah, and then I had this YouTube channel called MTMM, which is defunct now. I had a bunch of MTMM signs, and then just an M on this side and a T on this side. I don't know why that exists. And then back when Pocket Edition was like really old, I could make a bridge out of all the blocks available. And you might be wondering, why is there a gap right here? That's actually because in the original one, there used to be nether reactor cores right here. And they're not on Java Edition, so the game just got rid of them. Over here, we have another one of my earliest buildings, the clinic. Kind of like, I don't know, it's really weird. Clinic room 1, this chest is really weird. Clinic trap, I don't know what that implies. I think there used to be a villager here, but he like died. Maybe that's what the trap was. Another room that doesn't have any purpose. We can climb up here, and there's a balcony that you can go on. And then on the top level, there's another balcony with a bunch of paintings and a door that has this for some reason. Oh, and we also have a racetrack for some reason. I won. You can go through here. Yeah, I don't know what that's for. I made this like table where you can eat cakes. Don't know what that's for. And then we also have this area, which is the farm. I mean, sorry, the garden. It's interesting. 2012 vibes. A bunch of flowers, a bunch of torches. Right here is what I like to call the bunker. It's it's where I store my valuables. Nothing's valuable to me apparently. Yeah. There's this bridge. Don't know why I made that except for crossing things. In this American flag that I built, I honored the 10 states of America. And then behind that is the Burger King burger. Well, you can tell it's a Burger King because it's a burger and there's a crown on top with that black thing on it. And there's a fork here and a spoon here. I don't know why you'd eat a burger with a spoon, and there's a secret room inside. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be a vending machine, but it's not very realistic. So after that, I built this car dealership thingy. There used to be a bunch of minecarts in here, but the game deleted them for some reason. And then you could like drive your car through here on this redstone area. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be some sort of like satellite, but on the ground. And if you're wondering what this is, basically, I built a pile of new blocks that were added. So whenever Podzol was added, that's how early I was playing the game. And then this was supposed to be a trap, except it's kind of obvious that it's a trap. I got that one from the Redstone handbook, if you remember that far back. Oh yeah, so I built DanTDM's lab. You can tell it's DanTDM's because there's diamonds everywhere. Daylight detectors. This is supposed to be a diamond golem or something. And this is the main testing area. And this is where DanTDM would do his intros, and then he'd just like walk out. Oh, and if you're wondering what UNI stands for, I had this dream when I was a young child that like I'd start a company called Unicumba. I was obsessed with robots back then, so I don't know why I decided to call it Unicumba. I think it just sounded cool. Oh, this thing. This is pretty cool. I made this like epic spaceship thing. UFO is what I like to call it. Yeah, it had buttons, obviously. Oh, I also made this like treehouse that goes to sky limit. It's for some reason it's being covered by water, but basically this is the entirety of the treehouse. 21 eggs, and nothing else, and a treehouse chest, and there's a little balcony you can go on too. Basically, I just grew a bunch of trees on top of it to the sky limit. I built it to the sky limit before the sky limit was changed. So there's like a thing here. It's all flat. I built this radio because the higher up your radio is, the better your radio signals will be. Okay, so I'm gonna explain a kind of sad story, but basically this ice cream cone is like the gravesite for like, there was a sheep and a pig where the ice cream cone is right now, and they both had a bunch of TNT in them because I had just went to a nuclear bomb museum, so I was like, yeah, I should build those in my creative world. And so I built them, and then foolishly I opened my world to multiplayer using this app, which lets anybody join. And so they started like, so someone put one TNT down, lit it, and then blew everything to smithereens because of how much TNT there was. So I just rebuilt the ice cream cone in their place. There's this stadium thing. I don't remember how this generated, but it wasn't natural. There's this futuristic thing I got from a Minecraft building book, featuring Zachary, aka me, Haman, and Grob. I have no idea who those people are. But for some reason this is rigged because Haman gets 64 spruce planks and 60 slime balls. There's a parkour course here. This is actually featured in a video I uploaded 7 years ago about this creative world actually. You can tell it's like extremely easy because I jumped off because I failed one of them. And there's also a pick a color thing, a drawing thing like Hypixel used to have. There's also a lighthouse here that emits redstone torch light. Obviously that doesn't work. If you're wondering what this yellow thing is, basically I decided to build the other two dimensions in the overworld. There's supposed to be an ender dragon in here, but it's a zombie instead. And then there's also a nether in here. It's really hard to see these glass things, but it's a nether because it's netherite lava. So there's a road with black carpet and redstone track that leads to my second house. Pretty strange house. There's a bed and a bookshelf. I don't know what that's supposed to be about. This is the map of the world so far. Yeah, pretty cool. There's this thing. I wanted to build another dirt block, but it was red on top for some reason. I wanted this to be like a dragon egg, but I wanted it to be really big, so I built it. And then there's the floating island, I like to call it, featuring iron goyim right there. And there's a bunch of random crap in here, like there's a Lego brick, a black Lego brick, a bunny, don't know why that's there. There's 2 shoes, I think they were meant to be. I was gonna build something here, but I forgot. And over here we have school bus. There used to be mobs in here, but they got deleted. Rest in peace. Next to them, I built Mr. Glowstone Man and Mr. Netherrack Man. This is supposed to be a controller. The one on the left says A and the one on the right says B. And then there's like a stage here for some reason. This is supposed to be like a team meeting place because the sign here says 4 meeting places. So over here is one of the meeting places. And over here is another meeting place. And there's also a secret meeting place up here. Boom, secret meeting place. Very cool. Oh, and also there's a secret meeting place over here, but it's smaller for some reason, so... Very cool. I built this Minecraft Steve before I knew what Minecraft Steve looked like because he doesn't have hair on the back of his head, which is kind of cursed. I built a lava house and a water house, and you can actually go inside each of them via the glowstone dinosaur's tail. And here was supposed to be a collection of the new blocks that were added, but I never got around to adding them. And here we have the water house. You can also access it via the glowstone dinosaur tail. And as you expected, it's just a bunch of water. Here I have the graveyard, basically just showing video games that died and their achievements. And then I built this house for my mom. It somehow manages to look like an Among Us 9 years later. And then we have the Gans. There's a big arrow pointing to this hole in the mountain. You can go through it, and there's like a jumping off point. But there's also a parkour area. Basically just blue wool that goes around the entire world. And there's also this bridge made of fences that goes over here. Oh, and there's also this other tree house I built, these 2 blue tree houses. Don't know what the purpose of those was. And this, also the things that powered the other 2 dimensions was BB-8 and R2-D2, powered by these wire things over here and over here. And there's also this structure that powers the wires. You can go inside of it. It's codenamed // in case you were wondering. So since that powers that, there wasn't a power source for this, which I'll get to later. I live near a big city, so I built a skyscraper. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention that I built a while ago is this. It's a trap, supposedly. You start all the way over here, and this minecart thing goes all the way under. And so that was pretty much all that I built past like 7 years. And then anything I built after this is within the past 2 years. So I built this big bee. It wasn't supposed to be a bee at first. It's more like a racing rink where you can race boats and stuff. And then I also built this floating island, that floating island, that floating island, and this floating island. This is a memorial to the tundra biome that used to be here, but actually global warming happened, so now it's just a couple of snow things. And there's also this hole I forgot to mention. I didn't really build it, but it's interesting to see how some of the bedrock didn't convert to deep slate and some did. And it just goes all the way down to bedrock. And then I also built this parkour thing recently. Pretty much just a parkour island, I guess. And then I built this floating island recently also. I wanted to make a bridge of every single new block since this bridge over here. So I did. I don't think I've added the 1.19 blocks to it yet, but I won't. I wanted to, and then I also have a rule that I always build my YouTube channel names in the world every time I make a new YouTube channel. So there was an MTMM one right there, and there was a PokeCraft one there, so I was like, yeah, I should build my blitzeed name. And then for a short while I had my name as You Don't Know Zach, but then everyone told me to change it to blitzeed, so I did. In honor of me playing Minecraft for 10 years, I made a new city called Decade City. The sign says, now entering Decade City. There's a road that goes everywhere. About the power bank, this powers this battery. This is a battery, if you can tell. It powers the R2-D2 over here because of the wire, and because there's a windmill on top, and also if you go inside, there's a bunch of furnaces and stuff that power the redstone, which powers the battery, which powers the R2-D2. And then there's this building over here, which is kind of like a starting place for if you want to take a tour of the city. Basically it's just a redstone track that goes through the entire thing. And then there's this blue thing that goes from the main entry point onto the other floating island. And then I built this because I thought it'd look cool, and it kind of does. It's meant to be like a building that's like half of it's sitting upright and half of it's upside down, but there's a land piece on it. And then over here I built a jail, if it wasn't obvious. There is actually an interior, but there's nothing in it right now, so leave in the comments what I should put in this jail. Also leave in the comments what I should build next time, because I'm gonna make a dedicated area for commenter builds. So yeah, if you want to be featured in one of my next videos, leave a comment and I might build it. There's also the box of blindness. You basically just go in here, and then you cover up the hole, and you're blind now. Very cool. There's also this archway, which I call the Leaning Tower of Mud Bricks. It doesn't really serve much purpose except to be an archway. And that's basically my entire world. So leave in the comments what you want me to build, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Bye.